Hello everybody, I'm Old Man Cal. Welcome back to my channel. I'm really glad you could come back to my channel because 6 days ago I almost died. And that's kind of what I wanted to talk about today. This isn't a music reaction. This is after the heart attack in Germany. What's that like? Well, the hospital was cool. You know, those people, they saved my life. I would not be here right now had they not saved my life. So that was an ambulance ride with an emergency doctor. Got to the hospital, went straight down into the operating room, and they went up my arm and put 2 stents in. My arteries were clogged. So I laid in the hospital for 4 days, 5 days, I think. It was nice. Lost a little weight. And then I had to go to the pharmacy. I went there yesterday. I'm moving kind of slow. But I figured I'd show you because I've lived in America. And I remember what it was like. Now, I haven't gotten the bills yet for the hospital or the ambulance ride. I think the ambulance ride, I won't get a bill. And the hospital, I think it's €10 a day for a maximum of 10 days. So for my surgery and everything, I should pay the hospital about €50. Now the medications they gave me, you would not believe. Well, you might if you've had a heart attack. I've got something called, these are all 3-month supply of Valsartan. And I've got spironolactone Accord, another 3-month supply. Something called Dieseldich for 3 months. No idea which one each of these do. And atorvastatin oxyromed. That 3-month supply of the medicines I now need, I hate that, I now need to keep my stent from clogging up and my blood flowing and my blood pressure down. Those cost me €20 out of pocket, €20. That's what I'll pay every time I go back to get them. And the thing is, once I reach a certain level of medicines and services I've paid for, that's it. Then everything's free. And that would be really quick. I'm not sure where it is. I can find out. But while I was laying there, here comes the chief surgeon, heart surgeon. And this is, I have to remind you, this is a social state. Social means we all work together. Be social. You know what I mean? You scratch my back, I'll scratch your back. So in that way here, they really, really, really believe it better serves everybody if they get everybody back to health as quickly as possible. Plus, very important in a social society like German is, very important that you feel as well as you can. They actually care about that. Believe it or not, it's part of the equation. So they're going to send me to what they call a rehabilitation course for 2 weeks. This will cost me pretty much nothing. I might end up paying €100 for the 10-day thing, but it is maximized. It's capped. That's all there is to it. What they'll do there, and I'm really looking forward to this, is I'm going to be surrounded by physical therapists and doctors. They're going to give me classes on what to eat and how to live. Plus, every part of my day will be lifting weights, getting back ready to go back to work, and being monitored to make sure that I'm okay. And after that, then I can go back to work. There's a difference. It's very different here. My employer has already contacted me, told me, hey, don't worry about it. Get well. Take the time you got to have. It's not like he could do any different anyway, because this is a social system. There are laws in place. If I didn't want to tell him what happened to me, all I'd have to do is say, dude, I'm sick. That's perfectly legal. He has no right to know. Of course, we get along well, my boss and I. So of course I told him I had a heart attack. And I got really lucky. The heart muscle wasn't damaged. I should make a full recovery, they say. I got really lucky. But had I not gotten lucky, they would have offered me a retirement. I wouldn't have gotten rich. But because it's social, you help me when I help you, you know, were my income to go down because of my health? Well, that's the system. I've paid in here as long as I've been here. And I've paid taxes. And everybody back home says, oh, Germany's taxes are so high. They are. This social society is not cheap, but it's worthwhile. So on a personal level, if my heart attack now were to lead to them saying, you can't work anymore, I'm not looking at being homeless. My wife is still working. She's working part-time. So we could most likely keep the apartment we have. If not, then we would be given, I think, 12 months to find a place that better fits what the state will pay for. It's very human, very humane. You don't have to be homeless in Germany. So what does this cost me? What does this 20 euros worth of medications for 3 months supply cost me? Now, bear in mind, these are life necessitous medications for me now. I really hate that thought. I really hate that thought. Well, I pay $150 a month for my insurance. It covers my glasses, my teeth, the whole 9 yards. My wife pays, I think she said around 90. It's 16%. So depending upon how many hours you get per month, it's going to change a little bit. But the nice thing here, this is a social philosophy here too. We're a married couple. If she were to lose her job for whatever reason, I would just take her over onto my insurance. They'd call it a family insurance again, and she'd be free. My costs would not go up. That's how she explained it to me. And she does really take care of all the paperwork and stuff. So if she weren't at work right now, I'd ask her to help me explain it to you. I do know I came back to Germany from Portland, Oregon, because I had diverticulitis, and everybody fired me for being sick. That's just the way it was. You can't be fired for being sick here. It takes like a year of you being sick before the company can say, we need to get out from under this. It's all set in law, how they have to do, how it is. You get the insurance company, they walk with you the whole way. But a long story short there, I had diverticulitis in Portland, Oregon, really, really, really bad. They wanted $100,000 cash to fix it. Caterpillar had just fired me because of that. It just wasn't possible. My wife worked for Nike. Their insurance was only going to cover 60 grand. How the hell do you come up with 40,000 when you aren't working? In Portland, where rent was like, oh, shit. Well, we couldn't do it. I would have died there. It would have killed me sooner or later. So we came back here, and within 2 weeks of coming back here, I'd seen a doctor and been under surgery. It was fixed within 2 weeks. Cost me nothing. Again, the €10 a day for 10 days at the hospital, I paid that. You know, since I'm a chronic pain patient, much of my medications are free. Many of them, I should say. Heart attack in Europe, heart attack in Germany. I'm not trying to put anybody back home down. I'm just trying to tell you, I've lived there. We could do better. We could do better back home. They're telling you wrong things, you know. Be very aware that this health system here is funded through the German taxpayers' money. And that money is built on German manufacturing and German services, the sale of German goods. Okay, it is sustainable as long as the German people keep working. What you don't see here is that institutional greed, where every insurance company's got to, oh, we're not paying for that. Man, I have had years where I had up to 4 CT scans in a year for my back. 4. Those things are not cheap. I never got a bill for them. I only know what they cost because I get a courtesy copy of the bill. Okay, but I don't pay for that. I do with my taxes, you know, and I don't even pay that much on taxes. It's really doable. So I'm going to do a few more of these. I'd like to take you with me when I go to that rehabilitation. They call it a core, and let you see how that works. Because friends, things need to change back in America. Things could be so much easier for the single person or the single family. You know, that's what this whole thing is about. And I'd like to show you that. €20. €20. And I can live. And on top of that, my pay's still going. I haven't lost a day's pay. And I won't. If I'm out for 6 months, it'll drop a little bit. You know, they try to be fair to the employer, fair to me, but you do not get left alone with these things. You don't. And that's the social society. So when they're yelling at people on Fox News saying, oh my God, they're socialists, those are greedy people that don't want to give up any of theirs to help anybody else. I don't even see it. I get my paycheck. It's enough for me to live really well on. Okay. I work 160 hours a month. I get 31 days of vacation, paid vacation in this oh so terrible social society. They're lying to you. I've lived in both. I've worked my butt off in both. Don't get me wrong, Germans work damned hard. Americans work damned hard, you know, but it's better here. I can say that. I don't care if people get angry at me or not. You know, here I could just live my life. Back home, it was a struggle to make it. And yeah, I've done it. I've worked 3 full-time jobs. I know that sounds crazy. It was crazy. Why do you think I got so old? Okay, I've worked hundreds and hundreds of hours per month. I've done all that. Hard work. Okay, coal mine work, oil field work. And I worked just as hard here. Even though here as a mechanic, I never had to buy my own tools. That's a story for a different day. But hey, thank you for coming and listening to me talk about this. I do think it's important. Right here, we have a living model, a sustainable system that America could pretty much take over 1-to-1 if those companies and rich power blocks that want to keep you paying like crazy for everything, so they keep getting richer and richer, would ever get out of the way. I think you need to move them out the way. You're Americans. We are Americans. Remember, we're supposed to make the society the way we want it. Anyway, thank you for coming and listening to me talk. I'm really glad I can talk, because without this around me here, I'd have been dead. I'd have been gone. And now I want to say something about the good that these people have created here, and how they helped me without even asking where I'm from. I was just a person in need of help, over and over and over again. And that's social. That is social. And I'm sorry, I like that. I like helping my neighbor. I like being helped by my neighbor. I like that commonality, that common cause. I'm Old Matt Kell. Thank you. Have a great day. Bye now.